Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, please do let me know. No issues? Am I audible, guys, to everybody? Uh, no problem. Okay. So today I'm having a bit of a fever, so I don't think so I will be able to talk very loudly today. Okay, so like I've already taken up my medicines and everything, but still, is this voice okay with you guys? I'm having a bit of a fever, so I won't be able to talk very loudly. Uh, is this voice okay with you guys? Please do let me know. Like, are you guys able to listen to everything that I'm saying right now? I've kept the microphone very close to my mouth as well, so that if I'm speaking a bit slowly or something like that, so you are able to listen to it carefully. Okay. Please try to make sure that today you are paying a lot more attention to the class itself, because I won't be able to repeat myself again and again and again. And please try to make sure that if somebody is trying to spoil the live chat, make sure that he's not or she's not doing that, because for me today I will not be able to put in that much efforts behind the class itself. Okay, because the entire thing, like due to the entire fever and everything, I'm feeling very weak today. But nevertheless, the class, we will not be having like 90 minutes of class. So today we will try to make sure that we are having at least 60 minutes of class, and we are able to complete as much as possible in CSS. Okay, so and it may be possible that I might be coughing a bit as well. Just ignore that fact. सर आप कैरेबिनाटी जैसे दिखते हो. Yeah, many people have told me that, but I'm like 6 feet tall, so and I'm fat as fuck. So that is also two things that is there that differentiates me with Caribinati. So did you went for yesterday's party with your friend? No, actually we couldn't go for the party itself. From yesterday night itself, I'm not feeling that good. Today the entire thing got a lot more severe. Okay, so can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Can you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Classes and IDs. We started with classes IDs. We saw an example, like not a very practical example, but we saw that as well. The classes and the students and the like the function that they are guys are happening. Okay, today we will be looking at the practical understanding about classes and IDs, how to use it, why to use it, and all those kind of stuff. Okay, so that is something that we will be doing today, guys. So shall we start with our today's class, guys? Please let me know. We'll be starting in 1 minute actually. Like, I'm just waiting for everybody to join us. I don't want the other guys who are coming a bit late to miss out on the class itself. It might be possible that if I'm not able to take up the class anymore, I might be like telling you guys that we'll be having the class tomorrow a little bit longer. But I will be trying my best so that as much as possible we will try to make sure that the class is going on smoothly and you guys are not facing any problem. Okay, good. Good. So let's get started with today's class, guys. Do I have some water? career counseling class is still going on. Uh, is DevTown organizing this career counseling class? Shows your cats. Actually, both the cats are right now sleeping, and my dog as well. So I have a golden retriever and two Persian cats and six fishes. So that is my stock of animals that I have. So after post breakup, I have become an animal loving creature. So everybody is sleeping right now. That is also one of the reasons why I'm not speaking very loudly, because I don't want them to wake up. Okay. So so post breakup people become very studious. People become like focus upon work. I have become a particular person who has a lot of animals. So anytime that you guys are in Bangalore and you guys want to meet them, definitely contact me. We will have a meetup someday in the future and we'll all get together. You can meet Susie, you can meet Lucy, you can meet Oscar as well. Okay. Okay, so let's start with our today's class, guys. Okay, let me just open up the PDF as you are able to see right over here. Today we are going to discuss about classes and IDs. Okay, this is what we are going to discuss today, classes and IDs. We had seen the selector, we had seen how to write the code for it, how to create a class, how to create an ID, how to select a class, and how to select an ID. Let's look at how we are able to use it as well. So let me go back to our coding. Let me open up our code as well. Let me just doing that. YouTube. No, I want to open codesandbox.io. We are also planning a lot of things for YouTube, like I had told you guys yesterday as well. So today I had sat down. I will be writing some topics that I'm going to make for you guys. One of that is going to be a full-fledged Python like program where you will be able to learn Python as a language from the most beginning to the most advanced level, along with like 10 projects and everything. So I think so you guys should be able to enjoy that as well. Let's see how that goes on. I want to make sure that whatever I'm delivering to you guys are able to understand it, enjoy it, and love it. So let's see how that goes on as well. So this is the project plan that we have made for you guys. Entertainment base, reels, tutorials, quick tutorials, short tutorials, medium tutorials, long tutorials, placement related stuff as well. So we are currently planning a lot of things for you guys for YouTube. I hope that just like how you are showing your love for these boot camps, you will be attending those videos as well, learning from them and providing us with your valuable feedback so that we are able to improve ourselves for the better for you guys. Okay, I think so I can expect that much from you guys. Please do let me know. Can I expect that much from you guys? Please do let me know, guys. Thank you so much. So let's start with our today's class. Right over here, what we am going to do is I'm going to remove this H1 ID. I'm going to save it. I'm going to have like let's say 10 H1s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's have 7 H1s. Okay, let's save this. Let's go back to our website. Let's reload the page. As you're able to see, we are having 7 H1s on our screen. Okay. 7 H1s are there on our screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, like our example that we took yesterday, do you guys remember the yesterday's example? Please let me know. Do you guys remember the yesterday's example, guys, that we talked about a class, then dividing the class into groups, and for each of these groups we had different colors. Let's take up the exact same example right over here. These are the H1 elements. I've decided that every even H1 element should be blue in color and every odd H1 element should be red in color. Okay, so let me just write it down somewhere so that I'm not forgetting about it. So we have decided that every even should be blue in color and every odd H1 element should be red in color. These are the two things that we have decided as of this particular point of time. So what we are going to do is we are going to create two classes. We are going to create two classes, even and odd. Okay, we'll be calling these classes as even and odd. So all the h1 elements that are even, okay, we'll be having these. So this is the first element. So this is an odd element. So let's name this particular class as odd, ODD. Okay, so all the all the h1 elements that are at odd positions will just have the class as odd itself. Will have its class as odd. If you guys remember, multiple elements, okay, that is multiple students can have the same class. Multiple students can belong to the same class itself. So right over here we are having multiple elements belonging to the same class, that is odd. So all the elements that are at the odd positions, okay, first, third, fifth, seventh, we are putting them as the class of odd. And all the elements that are at the even position, we are going to put up a particular class as even. We are going to put up, so 2, 4, 6, we are going to put up their class as even, as you are able to see right over here. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to save this. We are going to open our CSS. Now that we have named these classes, all the elements according to whatever our requirements was, we have named these classes. Now we are going to go back to our style.css. We are going to go back to our style.css. Can you guys let me know what is the code to select the even class? What is the code to select the even class, guys? Can you guys let me know? What is the code that we are going to type to select the even class? Can you guys let me know in the live chat? That's absolutely clever, guys. Dot even. Okay, yesterday we saw this because this is a selector that is going to select the class that is even. We'll be writing dot even. Now what we are going to do is, for even classes we want the color to be blue. Okay, for even classes we want the color to be blue. So COLOR, and we are going to keep it as BLUE, blue. Similar to that, if I want to select the odd class, I'll be having dot odd, and the color that I want to change is COLOR. I want to change it to red. Okay, so I have specified my conditions right over here. I've specified my rule sets right over here, that all the class with even classes will be having blue color text. All the elements with the class odd will be having red color text. If I'm going back to my website and reloading the page, as you're able to see, all the even elements have blue colored text and all the odd elements have red colored text. Okay, now if we want, okay, if we want at the end of the day, let's see that we want to have the fifth particular element. Okay, we want to have the fifth particular element as green in color. Okay, we want to have the fifth particular element as green in color. So now in the entire website, our normal rule is that every odd element should be red in color, every even element should be blue in color, but only the fifth element, I don't care if there are hundreds of h1 elements or only one h1 element, the fifth particular h1 element should be green in color. Are you guys able to understand this? This is a one-off occurrence. It is not going to happen any more time throughout the entire website. It's just a one-off occurrence. Are you guys able to understand the problem statement? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this problem statement? You to let me know. So look at the fifth particular element itself, guys. We are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the fifth element. Will be having an ID associated with it. That is, let's see the ID as UNQ. Okay, I've kept the ID as UNQ right over here. You can name the ID as anything. Okay, right now this is a short form for unique. That is the reason why I'm having it as UNQ. So it has a class of odd and an ID of UNQ. Now I'm going to go and select the ID UNQ. So what should be the code for selecting the ID UNQ, guys? What should be the code for selecting the ID UNQ? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what should be the code that I should be writing for selecting the ID UNQ. Can you guys let me know what should be the code that I should be writing for selecting UNQ, guys? Hashtag UNQ. That's absolutely clever. Hashtag UNQ. And from that, I want the color to be green. Okay. Now, if you guys remember yesterday, we had seen, so our fifth h1 tag has a class of odd and an ID of UNQ. So, and both of them have their own properties. Okay, class odd has a property of red color, whereas the ID unique has a property of green in color. So, which one will get applied? Which one will get applied, guys, right over there? Like I said yesterday, if you are talking about a class that okay, class 7D is going to wear red color t-shirts, but you, roll number 9, are going to wear golden color t-shirt. So even though you are in class 7D, even though every single peer is going to wear the red color t-shirt, but because you have been pointed out, you are going to wear the golden color t-shirt itself. And ID, once you have used right over here UNQ, you cannot use it again. For example, if I want to create an ID right over here and create an ID, I can call it as UNQ1. Okay, I can call it as UNQ1. That is a different ID. Okay, that's a different ID. I cannot use UNQ once again. That is a like wrong type of code. Even though you're using it, it will still work because your browser is able to understand and change it accordingly, but you should never do that. Okay, so once we are going back to our website and reloading the page, as you are able to see, the fifth particular h1 element becomes green in color. Okay, fifth particular h1 element becomes green in color right over here. Now, a good thumb rule to always remember is never, ever, 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 ever to use IDs in your code. The two things. Never use. So, for example, first thing, you should never use the selector as the direct tag itself. So never use h1 as a tag as your selector. Okay, that is something that you should never do. And also never use IDs as your selector. Never create IDs itself. These are the two things that you should avoid doing. You should always use classes. This is a good thumb rule for you guys. It's a good practice that most of the web developers follow. There are various reasons to that. For example, classes, okay, are having a dynamic personality. Yes, you can use them again, but for example, on a website, it's very rare that there is a one-off occurrence of a particular CSS. Okay, that only one particular element is red in color. There might be some other element that is also having red in color as well. Okay, so these type of occurrences are very unique. Okay, and hence even if you want to like have a one-off occurrence, use it as a class. Do not use IDs. So whenever you are using IDs, you can use class as well. Okay, it's not compulsory to use IDs itself. And h1 element, if you're just selecting h1 element, it gets applied to all the h1 tags that are there on your entire website, and you don't want that as well. So usually a good thumb rule is whenever you want to apply some changes, you should always be going further with classes itself and nothing else. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So with classes, if you want to do the exact same thing that we did today, you can just like change this to like a class of UNQ. And you can create a new class right over here called as .unq color green. That's it, as simple as that. If you don't want to use IDs, you just want to use class, you can do it like this as well. Okay, you just create a class called as UNQ, as simple as that. Okay, then that is a unique class, you're not going to use it again. So the point is, always remember this. See, these are all practices that are adopted by good software engineers and good web developers. Nobody is going to tell you these small things because they usually forget while teaching. They are mostly included like, okay, this is class, this is ID, and they forget to tell you guys that, okay, please always use classes, do not use IDs. Although we are teaching it to you guys, because from the perspective of an interview, they might ask you questions related to like selectors, and then you will have to talk about all the three selectors, but usually you will always be using classes. Okay, good. Let us move on to the next particular topic, guys. length. Okay, now usually on a daily basis, you measure length in different units. Okay, you might be using meters, you might be using kilometers, you might be using feet, centimeters, meters, many different units. Okay, you are usually using it while measuring length. Now, while creating a website as well, there are some different units of measurement. Okay, there are some different user. Can you repeat the demerits of ID? Like I said, guys, IDs are something that you can only use once. When you're creating a huge website, the probability of a particular CSS being used just once is very, 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 very low. Okay, it will never ever happen. So it's a good thumb rule to always use classes. Even if you think that, okay, this CSS is something that I'm going to use just once, it is always a good thumb of rule to use a class itself. That anywhere in the future, if you want to reuse it, you can. That is the reason why we use classes instead of IDs. Okay, so like I said, length in your daily life, you have various unit of measurements that you are able to see: miles, feet, centimeters, which are these three selectors. Like I said, classes, IDs, and your tags. Okay, H1 tag, paragraph tag, you directly select tags as well. This is the first type of selector that we saw. These are the three selectors that we have learned about up till now itself. Okay, like I said, so while creating a website, you need to check, okay, what should be the width of a particular button, what should be the height and width of a particular image, what should be the distance between two words itself or two images itself, or between the navigation bar and the content that is there on your website. So all these different kinds of things, you need some unit of length that you are able to use to measure all these different things. So right over there you are having pixels and percentages that you usually use. We're talking about some of the different units of measurements that we use when it comes to web development. Okay, when it comes to web development itself, so let us look at that. Okay, now, the two kinds of units of measurements that you usually see is an absolute unit of measurement. As you're able to see, I'm saying that, okay, this road is exactly 8 meters wide. So no matter what happens in the entire world, okay, no matter what type of car is moving on, or a bus is moving on, or a truck is moving on, or a cycle is moving on, the width of this road will remain fixed, will remain absolute. That is 8 meters. It does not depend upon something. The width of this road does not depend upon something. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Like, what is absolute unit of measurement? Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Sir, can an ECE engineer become a software engineer? Do you know someone doing the same? Of course, I know a lot of people, Ayush Goel, who are doing the same. One of our students, Atulya Arya, she was from ECE. She got placed in Goldman Sachs. There are a lot many number of students who are from ECE, Triple E, who got placed in Microsoft, Google, even other companies as well. So yes, see, these companies do not care from which branch you are. We have people from maritime engineering and merchant navy, even like commerce students who have got into Amazon as a front-end engineer. So these companies do not care from which branch you have. They only care whether you have the right knowledge and the right skill set. If you have that, you are in. If you don't have that, keep on stepping. That is their major like concern. Okay. So the next type of unit of measurement is called as relative unit of measurement. For example, this particular road is 2 cars wide. Okay, this road is 2 cars wide. Now the width of the road is dependent upon the width of the car as well. If this particular car is an Endeavor, that's a big ass car. Okay, that is very wide. Okay, so the width of the road will also increase. But if this same car is a Nano, okay, if the same car is a Nano, which is a very small car, then the width of the road will decrease. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. It's basic like knowledge. It's basic IQ. Absolute basically means that, okay, this particular road is 8 meters wide. no matter which type of car is going on it, the width of the road wouldn't be changing. Okay, whereas when you are having a relative unit of measurement, for example, this road is 2 cars wide, so the width of the road is now dependent upon the width of the car itself. Okay, so if the car is big, then the width of the car is big. If the car is small, then the width of the width of the road is small. Okay, that is called as a relative unit of measurement. Okay, so we will be looking at some examples of absolute and relative units of measurement. So millimeter, okay, mm, millimeter, inches, centimeters, these are some absolute unit of measurements. We'll be learning about pixels right now, so don't worry about it. Relative unit of measurements are percentage, em, vw, vh. We will be learning about all of them right now, so don't worry about it. But these are the absolute and the relative unit of measurements that exist. Okay, so we'll be learning about pixels, percentages, em, vw, and vh today. Okay, it will be very simple, guys. You don't have to worry about it. So we'll start with pixels. Okay, the first thing that we are going to start is with pixels itself. Let's go back to our code. This is the code that we had written right over here. Now, how many of you understand what a pixel is? I'm not talking about the Pixel phone that Google has launched, but actual pixels. What are pixels, guys? Can you guys let me know? What do you understand by pixels, guys? Can you guys let me know? So let me show it to you guys. Let me open up Google Images. So if sometimes when you see, like when you be very close to the screen of your TV itself, okay, in your childhood, maybe you have sat very close to the, like you brought the entire TV very close to your face, you must be able to see some rectangular structure like this, okay, rectangular square like structures that you were able to see. Each of these square like structures is basically called as a pixel. Okay, each of these basically is called as a pixel itself. It's the smallest unit of a display or an image as well. Now, when you talk about these pixels, this is what basically makes your, okay, so when you talk about 4K images or 1080p images, all these are number of pixels that are there inside the dimensions of the image itself. So 720p by 1080p, that is the number of pixels that are there. Okay, so these are the smallest unit of measurements. Even if you bring your phone very close to your eyes, you will be able to see the pixels right over there. So every display, okay, if it's a display, it is made up of pixels. These pixels, so each of these pixels basically have a red, green, and blue LED inside of it. Okay, each of these pixels, okay, one pixel is basically having one red, one green, and one blue LED inside of it, and that is the basic construction of a pixel. Now, when you're creating a website, you're creating it for different displays. Okay, you're creating it for different displays itself. Now, the smallest unit of measurement is a pixel. So you can, and that is an absolute unit of measurement. So if I'm talking that, okay, this button is 5 pixels wide, so it is exactly 5 pixels wide. It is not dependent upon anything. That is the smallest unit of measurement that is there. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to make you guys understand. So pixels, so for example, you can have like a pixel, an image that is having a height of 100 pixels, so that will be exactly 100 pixels in height and maybe 200 pixels in width itself. Okay, so as you're able to see right over here, if I am removing everything and I am creating an image right over here, I've removed everything, I'm inserting an image right over here, guys. srcimages.png, that was the image that we had uploaded yesterday. Okay, yesterday we had uploaded this particular image, as you are able to see right over here. Let's have an alternate text as well. Okay, So alternate text, let's put it up as MDN logo. Okay, MDN logo, that is the alternate text. If you're saving this, going back to our website, reloading the page, you are able to see the image on your screen, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Let's change this image with a bigger image. Let's search for something. Superman. Okay, we'll take this particular. So the already Henry Cavill has been confirmed in Black Adam in its post-credit scenes. So for those who are planning to see the movie, I've already spoiled it for you, and now I feel great because it was spoiled for me today morning itself. I was just waiting for somebody to listen to me that okay, this has happened now. Please listen to me. So as you're able to see on our website itself, you are able to see a big image that you are able to see. We don't want an image that is so big. We want a smaller image of Henry Cavill on our screen. So let's convert this. Let's create a class. Like I said, never use the direct selectors. Okay, so we are going to create a class and we are going to name it as super. Okay, we are going to save it. We are going to go back to our style.css. We are going to create our new class. So dot super, and we are going to create our class, and we're going to have the let's say the height, HEIGST, height as 200 pixels. Okay, let's say that the height of the image is 200 pixels itself. So we are going to go back to our website, reload the page, and as you are able to see that the image got smaller in size. Okay, the image got smaller in size right over here. So what happens right now is, let's assume that the original image was x and 2x. Okay, so it was having let's assume that the original image, this was the original image right over here. This was the original image right over here. It had the height of x pixels. Okay, it had the width of 2x pixels. This was the original size of the website. Okay, of the image. Okay, now when I specify that okay, height of this particular image, the new height of this particular image is equivalent to 100 pixels. So I'm not specifying the width. I'm not specifying the width right over here. So what happens is the height becomes 100 pixels, but because it still maintains the ratio of the height and the width. So if the height is 100 pixels, that is x pixels, and according to the original ratio, the length was 2 times the height. So this will be 200 pixels right over here. Because I'm not specifying the width, this is what is happening. Okay? Because I'm not specifying the width, this is what is happening right over here. It tries to maintain the dimensions, okay, the ratio of the dimensions of the image. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So when I'm writing a code in Code Sandbox, it doesn't show output. Ujjwal Sharma, it's just to the right side. If you're still not able to see it, just if you're using it on your phone, first convert it into desktop mode and then use it. If you're still not able to understand it, just do a Google search. You are now, when you are enrolling into this bootcamp, I'm considering you as from whichever branch, from whichever field of science you are in. If you are enrolling in this bootcamp, I consider you to be interested in computer science. If you are interested in computer science, the art of Googling is something that you should be great at it. Okay, you should be great at it. Right now we are not learning about relative units of measurement, we are learning about absolute unit of measurements. Okay, so when I'm writing height is 100 pixels, okay, when I'm writing that the height, the dot super class has a height of 200 pixels, then on my website the image has a height of 200 pixels as well. Okay, no matter what is the size of my browser, even if I try to shorten my browser, increase my browser, whatever size of the browser that I tried to put up, the size of the image remains the exact same. the size of the image remains the exact same right over here. It does not change. Okay, that is what is wrong with absolute unit of measurement. So absolute unit of measurement is not dependent upon the size of the browser. It is not dependent upon anything. It's only dependent upon the number of pixels, okay, and the size of the pixel itself, and that is usually fixed. That is 1 by 96th of an inch. Okay, so now that we have done this, we are going to look at the relative unit of measurement, that is percentage. Okay, so let us assume that I'm writing here that the height of the image, let's not consider the height, let us consider the width. Okay, the width width of the image is 40%. Okay, the width of the image is 40% right over here. Okay, that is the new width of the image. I've used percentage, not pixels. If I am reloading my image itself, if I'm reloading my image, this is the new size of the image. But as you are able to see, if I'm changing the size of my browser, the size of my image is also getting changed. Are you guys able to see right over here? If I'm changing the size of my browser, the size of my image is also changing. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know now, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. This was not happening with the absolute unit of measurement, that is pixels. Now, how does this percentage actually works? Okay, so if you guys remember the concept of the parent element, okay, do you guys know what is the parent element of this image? Can you guys let me know what is the parent element of this image, guys? Please do let me know. Can you guys let me know what is the parent element of this image, guys? Can you guys let me know what is the parent element of this image tag? That's absolutely clever, guys. It's the body tag. If you guys remember, we have talked about parent, children, and siblings. Okay, so the parent tag of this image tag is your body tag. Okay, is your body tag right over here. So when you specify that, okay, the width is 40%. So 40% of what? 40% of what? 40% of the width of the parent element. Okay, when you are specifying percentage, so percentage basically means if it is 40%, that means 40% of the width of the parent element. Okay, 40% of the width of the parent element. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. You guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Now here the body of the website is basically the entire website itself, what you are able to see right over here. So I'm reducing the size of the browser. It is the exact size of the browser itself. So due to that, okay, so this is now the width of the body tag. Okay, this now is the width of the body tag itself. So it will, the size of the image, the width of the image will be 40% of the width of the body tag. Now if I'm doing the exact same thing, let me go back. Let me remove everything from right over here. Instead of using an image, I'm going to use the div tags. Okay, I'm going to have one div tag right over here called as class out. Inside of it, I will have another div tag, div class in. Okay, so I'm creating two. Okay, I'm creating, sir, I submitted the project and attended all the classes, still did not get the machine learning certificates. See, it is impossible for you not to receive any certificate if you have filled all the attendance and the submissions right, because that is an automated process. Okay, there's little to no human intervention in that. If you have filled the attendance wrong for even one day, okay, if you have not submitted the project properly, okay, there is some, if you have copied the code of somebody else, in that particular case, you would not be able to get the certificate. Okay, so if you have done anything of this sort, please do not waste our time, because 90% of the emails that we are receiving, most of them already know their problems. They still want the certificates. If you have not attended the classes live, if you have attended the classes at a later point of time, okay, all this different stuff, if you have done, you have not got the certificate itself. Okay, like I said, it's an automated process. We have little to no human intervention in that. Please check your spam folders if you have still not got the certificates. From our end, the machine learning class, the certificates have already been issued. Okay, So we have created two div tags right over here with class out and class in. What I'm going to do right now is for the div class out. Okay, let me remove everything. So dot out, I'm going to specify a background color. Yeah, I'm going to specify a background color of red. And for class in, I'm going to specify a background color of let's say blue. Okay, so these are the two classes that I have made. For the out class, I'm going to specify a height of let's say 400 pixels. For the in class, I'm going to specify a height of let's say 200 pixels. Okay, and for width, I'm going to specify a width of 60%. Okay, so or let's say 40% itself. No, 70%. Chalo. Width as 70% right over here, and I'm going to specify a width of let's say 50% here. 50% here. Okay, so I've created two div tags. So what I've done right now is, let me just show it to you guys from the perspective of a drawing itself. So I've created two. Where's my pen? Where did I keep my pen? Okay, here it is. So as you're able to see, what I've done right now is I've created two div tags. One is the outer one is of the red in color. Let me just draw a red in color tag. Let me increase the thickness. So this is the outer div tag that I've created, that is entirely red in color. Okay, this entire div tag is red in color, and this div tag has a height. Okay, it has a height of 400 pixels. Okay, this is a fixed height, 400 pixels itself. Okay, along with that, the width of the div the width of the div tag on the outside is 70% of the width of its parent element. So what is the parent element of this div tag, guys? What is the parent element of the, why are you not taking height in percentage? Because this is an example. If I take both height as well as width in percentages, then I would not be able to explain you guys the concept that I'm trying to explain. Okay, so this is basically, I just want to explain a concept. This is just an example. This is the example that I've chosen, and you will have to live with this example itself. Okay. So like I said, the parent element of this div tag would be the body tag, that is the browser itself. So it is 70%. Okay, 70% the width of the browser. Let us assume that this is the browser itself. This is the size of the browser. And right over here, this black box is the size of the browser, as you are able to see. Now we also have a blue colored div tag that is having a height of 200 pixels and a width of 50%. Okay, this particular div tag has a width of 50%. So 50%, what is the parent element of the div tag that is on the inside? Okay, the parent element of the div tag that is in. Okay, what is the parent element of this particular div tag, guys? Can you guys let me know? What is the parent element of this particular div tag, guys? Can you guys let me know? Is there any high paid job without interview? Yes, actually there is. That is called as having rich parents. Okay, so if you have a very rich parents, then without even an interview, without even having any kind of knowledge, without having any kind of IQ, without having any kind of brain as well, you will be having a high paying job. And that job is basically that you have to be the kid of a rich parent. Okay, so if you are lucky, if you have done some good deeds in the previous class and you have previous life and you have been born as the child of Ambani or Adani or Bambani, whatever the case is, okay, you have already succeeded in life, my friend. So enjoy while you can. Otherwise, for the rest of the people, work hard. Okay, there's no shortcuts. An excellent question out there. So the parent element of this particular div tag is your out class. Okay, that is your div class. This div class is the parent element of the this div class. Okay, that is the basic thing. So if the width of the parent element is itself 70%, if the width of the parent element itself is 70%, then the width of this div class that is on the inside, that is 50% of the parent element. Okay, 50% of the parent element. So if this is 70%, then it will be 50% of that. That is, this will be the size of the div tag on the inside. So what is the size of the div tag on the inside with respect to the body, guys? Can you guys calculate? What is the size of this particular div tag in terms of percentage when compared to the entire width of the browser? Can you guys let me know? What would be the size of the div tag that is there on the inside with when it's compared to the entire width of the website? If the div out is 70%, div in is 50% of div out, then with respect of the entire website it will be 35%. Okay, with the entire website it will be 35%, that is 50% of 70%. This should be a basic mathematics, basic IQ, okay, basic logic. Only those students with rich parents can avoid answering this question, because of course you're not looking for, you don't have to give interviews, you already have a lot of money, so you are chill. But we have to give the answer, we have to apply our brains right over here, and after applying our brains we have got the answer of 35%. Okay, this will be 35%. So let's go back to our website and let's see actually if this is working or not. I'm so sorry. So as you're able to see, the height of this particular div tag, div out is 400 pixels. The height of div in is 200 pixels. Okay, the width of the div out is 70% of the width of the entire website. The width of the div in is 50% of the width of the div out. That is, as you're able to see, it's almost the half. Okay, that means that it is almost 35% of the width of the entire website. If we are trying to like squeeze it out, okay, if we are, because the height is fixed, the height is 200 pixels, exactly 200 pixels. So even if we are like reducing the size of if we are just playing around with the height, it does not change. But if we are playing around with the width, okay, the width of both the elements continuously change. The width of both the elements continuously change, because that is relative in nature. But with, if we try to change just the height, it does not change, because that is absolute in nature. Okay, are you guys able to understand percentages and pixels? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand percentages and pixels? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand pixels and percentages, guys? Please do let me know. So we'll be ending the class right over here. We'll be learning about VH, VWs and the other stuff tomorrow. I will be showing you guys the attendance link for today, guys. Okay. I'm actually not feeling a lot well, so please pardon me for the same. But I hope that whatever we have learned today, you guys were able to understand everything. Whatever we have learned today, I hope that everybody was able to understand everything, guys. Please do let me know. Can you make a career in a company with only basics? Yes, you can, if that company is your father's company. With just basics, if you want to get into a company, you can do that if that company is your father's company itself, or your own company. Okay, but I don't think so you'll be able to launch your own company with just the basics. So even while starting DevTown, it took me a lot of different efforts from my end just to start one company. Okay, so the point is that nobody is going to hire you if you just know the basics, if you are not up to the mark. Because people like you who know the basics, for example, let me just tell you guys this, people who know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay, that has been introduced in CBSE class 10th NCRT. So students who are learning via NCRT in class 10th know a lot more than what you know right now. So just compare, why isn't companies hiring class 10 students and why should they hire you? There's no reason. It's cheaper to hire the class 10 student as well. So, knowing the basics right now, due to the type of competition that has become in our day to day life, just imagine people who were laid off due to COVID this year as well. There has been a lot of lays off by the companies. It's many students who got the offer letters were revoked. They are jobless right now. Okay, there are just tens and thousands of people like that. Then your own batch students as well from all over the country, all the students who are there in your own year, those guys, even those guys who are 1 year above you as well, who are jobless right now, even those guys with experience who have been removed from companies, all of them are going to apply for the same job position and they are going to fight for it. So do you really think companies are going to prefer you if you are not standing out from the rest of the crowd? There's no easy way. If there was, then everybody would have taken it. Everybody would have taken it. Yes, you can reduce some of the efforts by focusing, by being thorough with what you are learning, but it is just not possible. Okay. So, sorry to ask, but what is your salary package that you're currently getting? Okay, so the current company that I'm working for, I cannot tell you the exact package. Nobody can actually, but I can. If I'm like using all my money that I'm getting in a year, I can buy a E-class, entry level E-class, on road in Delhi. Okay, every year. So that is the current package that I'm having. From DevTown, I get 20 rupees every month. We go out, we have some chips and coffee, and we are happy with that. So, because I love teaching, that is the reason why I do this. But yeah, so let me show you the attendance QR for today, guys. That is the attendance QR for today. Please let me know. So from which year we can start doing internships? From the first year itself. There is no limit to when can you start. When you have the knowledge, when you have the skill sets, you can start. I started my internships when I was in my second year of college, like with some MNCs. Before that, I was working with some startups as well. So the point is, you have to do as much as possible, guys. A BMW X4 and an entry level E series have the exact same price point if you guys don't know about cars. So, yeah. Can we do freelancing after this course? It depends. Like just having HTML, CSS as a knowledge, I don't think so. But if you are able to learn React, Redux, if you are able to learn backend development, if you are able to learn DevOps properly, then yes, you can. Okay. Yes, Ashutosh Dubey, you can do that as well. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. We will be meeting tomorrow again. And even if I'm not well, I will definitely take up the class. You don't have to worry about it. So thank you so much, guys, and have a great day ahead. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Sorry.